Hello everyone, welcome back to Hero Wars Guide. I wanted to get a video out here real quick before the event of Lilith's Obsession goes live on Hero Wars Web and Facebook. This is not going to be that in-depth, but I've got some information here that I think is going to be important to see before the event goes live and you start completing tasks and spending resources and buying things in the shop. Okay, so in this video, I am going to not focus on the Lilith rework itself. I'm going to be talking about the value of the event tasks and taking a very quick look at the shop. I thought I might also talk about some things that you could do before the event, but it looks like that's too late unless you happen to have the game open and you've not reopened it in the last couple of hours. Once you reopen the game, then Lilith's rework will be live, and she will switch from a control to a mage, and from strength to intelligence. So if you happen to have the game open and you do think you're going to build up Lilith, you should probably spend those strength skin stones and the strength Asgard crystals and willpower Asgard insignia, because all of those are going to switch to more in-demand types of intelligence skin stones, intelligence crystal, and wisdom insignia. Alright, so we got a glimpse of the shop during the live stream that Daniel put on. This is just one shot from that. There are a couple of items up at the top, and then all the rest are some of the equipment that you can put onto heroes. So quick note on the first three items here, it's just exchanging emeralds for the Brawl coin, and you can see that they are saying that the emerald value is 0.4 for each Brawl coin based on this exchange. Most of the items don't quite live up to that, but the Lilith skin itself does roughly map out to that value of 40% of the Brawl coin amount is the value in emeralds, based on opening an equivalent number of outland chests at the final level. But that said, since that amount is about equal, you may as well go open outland chests to get those skin stones and get a little bit of credit towards the special event task there. So in my opinion, either use your existing skin stones, or if you are going to exchange emeralds and buy this Brawl coin, if you're going to buy the skin with Brawl coins, I would say your emeralds are better spent opening outland chests. Finally then, before digging into the items, we have Lilith's doll, which you can buy for 750. And we saw that a lot of the opens in the live stream there were 50 skin stones, a handful of artifact coins, gold with an avatar, or splitting into more copies of the chest. Assuming that's the traditional 40% reopen rate, a lot of those prizes are worth around 100 emeralds, or a little less. That probably is going to work out to be about 300 emeralds worth of value. So, that's the amount that I'm going to assume it's worth as I talk about the return from the tasks in the event. And if you again look at the buying Brawl coins with emeralds, it takes 300 emeralds to buy a Lilith doll here. So that 300 amount is probably about correct. All right, and here we have just a list, a quick rundown of all of the items, the equipment that you can buy out of the shop. And the most important thing here to look at is the final two columns, where I have the amount of Brawl coin that it will take to buy the item, and then how that compares against emeralds if you were to buy the same items out of the rarity fair. And this is important to look at because there are some pretty big discrepancies if you look at the items here. Some of these are great buys for the Brawl coins relative to Emerald Fair, and some are terrible. It's possible that when the event goes live, the numbers will be tweaked from what we saw in the live stream, but this is what we had the preview in the live stream, and I can tell you, I'm just going to call out a few of these. The order here is the color of the item, and then the number of fragments that it takes to build one. So just going down the list, you can ignore the first few as blue. Probably not many of you care about that so much. But the Hand of Glory is at zero point 0.4 emeralds. Is actually one of the better buys, and it's not a huge item, only 20 fragments, but most players are going to need uh, thousands and thousands of those Hand of Glory fragments. So that's a good one to keep your eye on. The absolute best, the winner of the event, is the Book of Fate, which is, I think, just totally mispriced right now. At 9,000 Brawl coin, the emerald per Brawl coin value there is 0.73. So it's more than double just about everything else here on the list. So if it goes live with 9,000 being the cost for the Book of Fate, and you have any heroes that you're building up that still need those, then that's my top recommendation for how to spend the Brawl coins. And then followed shortly, most of these are 0.33, so I'm going to skip over them. But you can see just a few rows down from the Book of Fate is the Lamort's card. I'm shocked to be recommending that you don't buy that because it's normally the most valuable item in the game, in my opinion. But the value here is just horrible at about a third of everything else. It's only 0.11 emeralds per storm coin, or per Brawl coin, sorry. So avoid that at all costs unless you see that the price is less than 15,000 once the event goes live. And then everything else is hovering right around that 0.33. So again, when I talk about the return out of the tasks, I use that value of 0.33, and that's what all of the emerald values in the event task will be based on. Okay, so to talk real quick about the value of the tasks in the event, I just am going to summarize it by saying they're very high cost and they don't appear to be particularly high reward. So in more detail there, the spending emeralds task is calling for 100,000 emeralds, and most of the value that you're going to see out of that task is stacked in the last two milestones of 80,000 and 100,000 emeralds. And then the Outland chest task is calling for 200, which is just amazingly huge. I don't think I've seen any other events get anywhere close to that. And this is only a 5-day event, whereas some of the others are 7. And the payoffs there are also quite weak once you get past the free-to-play tiers. So, I don't think this event is really worth opening up a bunch of Outland chests unless that's something you were going to do anyway, even if the event didn't run. If you compare the rewards that you get for opening those chests after those free-to-play tiers, then you get just a very low amount. It's as it mentioned here, it's less than a third as good as Guardians of the Outland event or even the rainy season rewards. So really terrible event to open Outland chests unless you just those emeralds are burning a hole in your pocket. And then we see a new task, or at least new to me, to obtain VIP points. And almost half of the total value of the event is held up in that particular task. That's not the usual case where you get some rewards for just previously having the VIP level. In this case, as we can see in the live stream, Daniel had VIP 6, but had no progress marked against this task. So that leads me to believe that you only get rewarded for the VIP you obtain for spending money during the event. That's kind of a shame if that's where things are going in general in the game. The only redeeming part of this is it's possible that the 4x Emerald sale will be running in the later part of this event. I had expected Time of the Fearless and 4x Emerald sales to run this weekend, and maybe one or both of those will still come to pass. We'll just have to wait and see. But we won't know whether 4X is coming or not for a few days here. If you are going to work at all on that VIP points task, then I think it's worth waiting a couple of days to see whether the 4x is a way that you can do it. All right, so this is very preliminary. The event's not live. It's obviously a unique thing. There may be bundles. There may be some more information that becomes apparent once the event goes live. I might get into some of the details about how Lilith is reworked, although I do, as you've probably noticed if you follow the channel, stick more on the economic and resource management side of the game. I might release a little detail about how to use Lilith as well as things evolve. All right, so that's all I wanted to talk about today. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And if you think your guildmates might benefit from this knowledge, think about forwarding along to them as well. Thank you.